All right, so let's go ahead and just find a comfortable seat. And if you're comfortable with eyes closed, go ahead, close the eyes. If you're not comfortable with eyes closed, you can leave them wide open. Let's take a couple releasing breaths, big inhale, and then exhale. And then just a couple more of those. Big inhale in through the nose. Really lengthen out that exhale. One more inhale. Big exhale. And then you can keep eyes closed, just stay exactly how you are and start to just bring the breath in and out of the nose. So slow inhales and slow exhales. And just in these first few breaths and this time together, don't worry about getting anything right, anything perfect. Just let yourself be here in this body, breathing in and out of your nose. And for a moment, notice something in the physical body, perhaps the sitting bones just connecting with the earth, the feet connecting with the earth. And then go into the body, into where you feel the breath. And there are no wrong answers here. Perhaps you feel the breath just up there in the chest, the collarbone, rising and falling. Maybe you feel it as an expansive place with the ribs. Just notice where you feel that breath. And then up a little higher, just to the face, softening the forehead, the jaw. Don't worry about sitting up perfectly straight or tall or any of that. Just be in this body with this breath. Knowing that thoughts are normal, they will come and go. It is just kind of what we decide to do to them. Just try to continue to use your breath as that anchor. And if you need a little bit more, just dropping in a little bit more release today, spend a bit more time in the exhale, so lengthening those out. And here from this place of just gentle breath, quiet introspection, maybe you set an intention for your practice today. It could be whatever you need it to be today, anything you want to manifest in your life to bring forth, or even something that you would like to just let go of, is not serving a purpose in your life any longer. You need a little energy from this collective practice we're doing together to encourage you to do that. And whatever that intention is, go ahead and just bring palms together, let thumbs rest right at heart center, Anjali Mudra, just sealing in these first few mindful breaths, this awareness of here and now, and that intention if you have set one. And take in a big inhale for just a moment. Longer exhale. Nice. And then go ahead and ease the palms down onto the knees. I'm going to back up a little bit here, but you can stay seated how you are, or if you want to switch out the cross of your legs, you're welcome to do that. But we'll just stay seated. Go ahead, bring the hands on the knees, and we'll just start with some gentle circling of the torso. And as with everything, you can make your circles as large as you like them to be or as small, but just kind of feel out, how is your spine today? I always say that self-observation without judgment. So we just kind of notice what's there, say, okay, cool. And go ahead, reverse, move the opposite direction. And at any time during practice, if you want to close your eyes, go for it. If that doesn't resonate with you, then never feel pressure to practice with eyes closed. Just kind of listening to the body, what feels right for you. Good. And then nice and slowly, let's come all the way up to center. And then we'll just start to circle those shoulders around. So some nice big shoulder circles, again, going as quickly or slowly as you like, noticing what's there. Good. And then reverse, moving circles in the opposite direction. Nice. And drop those shoulders down, and then we'll inhale, reach and stretch arms up. And then exhale, bring the right hand down and then the left arm up and over, bicep facing ear, palm facing floor, and then drop those shoulders down. Just relax. You can close your eyes if you want to here. Just kind of let this warming sensation gather there in the left shoulder. If you don't feel that, that's totally fine. But maybe you just drop your awareness right into that left shoulder and maybe you feel a warmth start to gather there. It's like one more nice deep breath, really hanging out in that exhale. And then we'll start to circle the arm. Some nice big circles here. And perhaps as you go, you feel that warmth starting to travel down the arm, maybe going to the elbow, forearm, fingertips. And I keep saying maybe because if you're not feeling that, then that is fine and there's nothing wrong with you. And then go ahead and reverse. Circling in the opposite direction. Continue to drop back into that breath. Sometimes when we start moving, the breath is slowed or ceases. Good. And the last circle brings you all the way back up and around. Just sit in the center for a moment, hands on the knees, close your eyes. If you want to, take in a big inhale, a longer exhale. And just notice left shoulder versus right shoulder. Maybe one is a little warmer than the other. And then we'll go ahead, open eyes, and let the left hand come to the floor, right arm up and over. Same thing we did on that very first side. Once you come into the stretch, drop everything down. So you find your stretch and then just relax those shoulders. Try not to stress or strain. Go right into experiencing sensation in that right shoulder. There's maybe a little warmth there, maybe not. Long, slow exhale. See if you can feel the breath really in the right lung, the right rib cage expanding with every inhale. And one more little breath here. And then let's circle the arm down and around. So some nice big circles here. Again, maybe feeling that warmth traveling down the arm. Just going right into sensation being in your body. Good. And then we're going to go ahead and reverse. Moving the arm in the opposite direction. Maybe you feel a difference circling this opposite way versus the first way. Maybe. One more circle. All the way up, back and around. Hands down on those knees. Eyes closed if you're comfortable. Big inhale. Then a longer exhale. Nice. And then we'll go ahead, open those eyes up. I'm going to stay seated, but I'll back up a little bit. We're going to get into the hips a little bit. So find a place comfortable. You can go to your mat if you're ready for it, but take your feet out wide, a little wider than you would like a mat. Bring the heels to the floor, flex the feet. And then we're going to just drop those knees side to side. So bend your knees enough that is comfortable for you. And if you flex your feet, you may notice a bit more sensation in those outer hips. Again, go as slow or fast as you want to. Good. And don't forget to breathe. Okay. And then we're going to drop the knees over to the right side and just bring the left or the right hand to the floor. Left arm up and over. Big stretch here. Inhale. And then we're going to twist a little bit. So bring the hands so that they're parallel with this right thigh bone. And you're welcome to stay up nice and high here, hands to the floor, just breathing. If it's hard to get to the floor, you can always grab pillows or something to go up underneath those hands. So just finding a twist here that works for you. And then you can stay up on the hands or you can kind of crawl the torso forward, come down on those forearms, whatever you're doing. Keep the neck long. So there's a tendency to kind of arch the neck. And that, what it does, it turns on the sympathetic response. So we want to try to stay more in that parasympathetic nervous system as we practice today. Keep on extending those exhales, just staying in this twist. One more breath or so. And then coming all the way up on those hands. Perfect. Come back through center, and then we're going to just windshield wiper a little bit to integrate the twist. Flexing those feet as you go. Good. And then knees to left. We'll do the same kind of thing. I'll turn. So left hand down and then right arm, really extend, get long, get tall here, breathe. And then on your exhale, you'll bring the hands down. And again, you can always bring pillows up underneath those hands to bring the earth up, finding your twist here. Or if you want to go ahead and come to the forearms, you can do that. And just extend those exhales out. Feel your body in this twist, breathing. And lengthen the neck, soften the jaw, all the things. And just one more nice long exhale, let it extend out. Good, and then we're gonna come back up to the hands if you are down on your forearms. We'll come back through center, and then again, windshield wiper those knees, side to side. Good. And then we're gonna go ahead and make our way to the mat, or in my case, the blanket. Coming to table pose, hands and knees. And from there, we're just gonna start to move through some cat-cow. So on your inhale, drop your belly down, lift your chest and heart, and on your exhale, round the spine. And give yourself permission to go at your pace here. And if a breath pattern that's different than the one I offered feels better for you, then take that one. So we'll do this for maybe a minute or so today. So you always have the option to, if you want to do something totally different than what I'm doing, honor that. Know that that's okay. Whatever you're doing, just feel the connection of your body with the earth. Whatever points of your body are touching the earth, feel that support below you. Allow yourself to truly feel connected and grounded with this support below you. And continue to just go back to breath. It's very easy to get into a holding pattern. Good, just a few more breaths here. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and find a nice neutral table, hands and knees. And we're gonna start by just stretching the right leg back behind you, flex through the right foot. So lift the knee off the floor, keep your eyes looking down. This is enough, this is good. If you wanna stay here, start to build a little heat. If you wanna add a little more, you can reach the left arm forward, bicep facing ear, thumb facing ceiling. Again, check in with the neck. It has that tendency to arch a little bit. And taking in one more nice deep breath in, longer breath out. Good. If left hand is lifted, return to the earth. And then we're just going to step that right foot through. Okay. And then bring your hands up onto the right knee. Make sure your right foot and your left knee are about hip width apart. And then we'll just warm up the front of the left hip a little bit. Just kind of go forward and back. Now, if that left knee starts to bother you, grab a blanket or pillow or something and pat it up. Don't ever feel like you have to push into any pain here. Just warming up the front of the left hip. If it feels right to sync your breath up with that, then do that. Maybe exhaling forward or inhaling forward, whatever feels right. Just a couple more of these. Good. We're going to come all the way forward, dropping left hand down, and then we'll reach and stretch the right arm up, taking a twist. And then open up, breathe. If you want a little bit of a deeper or different, not necessarily deeper, different shape, you can come onto the side of that right foot and open the right knee up, as long as your right ankle is okay with that. Just go with breath, in and out of the nose. Guess I was wrong about the snow. It is snowing again, pretty hard. Good, take one more exhale. Now we're gonna come to bring the right hand to the floor, wiggle the right foot to the center, and then come onto that right heel. If you need props, if you want to lift the earth up, grabbing your pillows or whatever, you need to go underneath those hands to get into the back of the right leg without overstressing the back. Please do that, support yourself. But once you come into this shape, make sure the right knee can kind of bend and straighten a little bit. Back of the neck is long. Breath is just flowing in and out of the nose. And primarily, you want sensation in the upper right back part of that thigh. If it's in the back, support the hands, lift the earth up, or don't bend over as much. Take in one more slow exhale here. Good. And then we're going to start to bend into the right knee. We'll bring the hands to the earth, bring the knees side by side, like a little baby knee down plank for just a second. And then slowly make your way all the way down to the belly. Thumbs in line with chest, tops of feet to floor. We're going to do 3 little baby cobras here. So on your inhale, peel up off the earth. You don't have to go as high as I go. Go really low if you need to. Exhale, lower. Touch the forehead down. And inhale, lift. And then exhale, lower. And then last one, inhale, lift. This one will take it back to a child's pose. So find child's pose that works for you today. If you need to take a blanket or pillows in between the thighs and the calf muscles, do that. Try to let your forehead come to the earth. So if you need to take a pillow to support the head, do that. But come right on into your child's pose and just feel the contact of the body with the floor. If you can let yourself get just a tiny bit heavier, just let go of any little unconscious muscle tension there. Just let it go. And a nice releasing breath in through the nose. Longer exhale out through the nose. Nice. We're going to inhale back up to table. Take some movement that works for you. So if cat-cow feels really good, feel free to take the cat-cow. If the hip circles feel better, take that. Just kind of use this to reset. Come back to that steady, even breath. Good. And let's find neutral table. We'll go ahead and do the left side. So reach and stretch the left leg back behind you, flex through left foot, eyes look at the floor gently. This is enough to build some heat. If you want to just stay here, do that. Or if you want to reach that right arm forward, bicep facing ear, thumb facing ceiling, do that. And then whatever you do, make sure you're still breathing. In and out of the nose. Soften the eyes, the neck. One more good breath here. If the right hand is lifted, return it to the earth. We'll go ahead and step the left foot through. And again, just come on up in this lunge. Make sure the left foot and the right knee are about hip width. There's room there. Good. You can pat up the right knee if you need to. And then coming forward and back using your breath. Just move in and out of the shape. Nice. Again, going at your pace. Supporting this body here and now. And just a couple more breaths. Good. Next time you come forward, no rush to get there, just hang there. We're going to take that right hand down and then reach and stretch that left arm up. Go right on into your twist. Do the same thing you did on that very first side. So if you want to take the front foot out of footprint and flex the foot, come to the side of the foot, you can do that. Just really hang in those exhales, letting your body naturally open. Good. One more nice long exhale. And now we're gonna slowly return that left hand to the floor. Move the left foot to the center. Come onto your left heel, flex the foot, and then fold over the left leg. And just breathe. Really letting yourself Relax over that left leg. Again, try not to go into your back. If you're feeling it in your back, lift the earth up by taking some support underneath those hands. Okay. And just soften where you can. Face, jaw, neck. Spend more time in the exhales today if you need it. Good. And then when you're ready, go ahead, bend into the left knee. Let's bring those hands to the floor, back your knees up a little baby knee down plank, skip it if you want to. And then lower to your belly slowly. Just one cobra here. So thumbs in line with chest, tops the feet to floor, press those hands down, inhale, lift up, try to squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then we'll exhale it back to another child's pose. So finding again a child's pose that works for your body today, where you feel supported and really able to feel the breath. So again, just like we did in the beginning, notice where you're feeling the breath the most in your body, knowing that there are no wrong answers. Good. And if you can make your arms a little heavier, those elbows a little heavier, do that. And one nice releasing breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Great. Let's come all the way up to table again. Now I'm going to give you guys the option if you want to do down dog. I'm on a blanket with a hardwood floor, so I'm going to stay down in table and move through down dog. But if you want to take a down dog at this point, go for it. But again, I'm just going to hang out here in table, move through some cat cow. If you want to go up and back to a down dog, go for it, and feel free to explore in that shape also, bending the knees one by one. Just kind of doing what feels best in this body today. And it is always subject to change every time we come to the mat. Good. Okay, so from wherever you are, table or down dog, we're going to find our way to a forward fold. So if you're down dog, you can walk your way up there. If you're table like me, you're just going to go ahead, stand up, and fold forward. Now, if a fold bothers your back, you can stand up, or you can take your feet wider, bend those knees more, try to get the back of the neck nice and long. And just take some nice deep breaths here. Just a gentle inversion. Good. And then from this forward fold, we're going to do a couple of half little lifting. So on your inhale, slide your hands to your shins or your knees and lengthen your spine. Keep your eyes looking down. And then we're going to exhale, fold. We're going to do that 3 more times. So inhale, slow inhale, lengthen. Slow exhale, fold. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, just be with it. Inhaling and exhale. Good. And then press into those feet. We're going to inhale to stand all the way up. Once you get up there, you can reach up, stretch up, and then bring the hands to heart center. Just stand into the feet here. Keep the eyes closed. Good. And then we'll go ahead and just take a turn here. Okay. So we'll do just a couple things standing. We'll take a big step out here. So find a nice big stance and turn your right foot to the right, heel to arch or heel to heel, left foot slightly pigeon-toed in. Yep. Inhale, arms sweep out, and then sit down into warrior 2. Keeping the eyes looking right out over that right middle finger, softening the eyes, softening the jaw. I'm just kind of feeling this is like a power pose. So all the strength and power in your legs. One more exhale. Good. Bring your hands to your hips or your waist, and then straighten out your right leg. Go ahead, turn the toes. So parallel those feet, and then we'll circle hips around. Good. I did a ton of hip circling on Wednesday's class. I'll try not to circle as much today. Good. And then reverse, move in the opposite direction. Check in with breath. Good. And then come to center. We'll go ahead and turn our left foot to the left, heel to right arch, heel. Big inhale, sweeping arms out, and exhale down to your warrior two, other side. So once you get down there, if you need to widen those feet a little bit or make any adjustments, go for it. But reach out through fingertips. So you're looking right out over that left middle finger, softening the eyes, softening the face and the jaw. Nice deep breath here. Good. One more exhale. See if you can sit down even deeper here. Awesome. Good. And hands to hips or waist. Let's straighten left leg, turn those toes. And then again, just circling hips. You can close your eyes as you circle hips and just see if you feel any difference between left and right hip. I actually don't, but you might. And then reverse, circle the other way. Nice. And then come all the way back to center. We're going to go ahead and just go right to triangle. So turn your right foot to the right. And again, right heel to left arch or heel to one leg. Just make sure you can kind of bend and straighten the right knee. You don't want to lock it out. Yeah. Inhale, arms are going to sweep out. And then exhale, triangle. So your triangle can be way up high like this. You can take the hand lower. Okay. Just go where you can go today. Don't worry about deeper, more advanced, any of that nonsense. It is nonsense. You're here, you're breathing, it is enough. So find the shape that works best with you, where you can breathe the deepest today, knowing it is enough and perfect. Just try not to lock out that right knee. Make sure, again, you can bend and straighten. One more breath here. Okay, strong legs, feet gripping the floor. Inhale it up. Hands to hips or waist. Go ahead, turn the right foot. We'll go right to the left side. So turn left foot to the left, heel to arch or heel to heel. Inhale, sweeping arms out. And then exhale to your triangle. So again, start up really high if you want to and play around a little bit with it. Go where you want to go today. Just opening up that right hip. Do what works for you with the head or the neck. You can look down, you can look straight across, you can look up. And just try to stay out of that sympathetic response. So really moving into those long exhales. Try not to strain, arch, or lock anything out the best that you can. And one more breath. All right, legs are strong, feet kind of grip the floor to inhale you back up. Hands to hips or waist, turn those left toes. One more thing, wide-legged, parallel your feet, big toes in the same line. Inhale, chest and heart up. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. So if you want to take your feet wider, go for it. If you want to bring blankets or pillows up underneath those hands or grab your feet. Again, you just find a fold that works for you. You can bend your knees as much as you want to. Do try to check in with the back of the knees. Make sure they're not locking out. I'm very sensitive to people locking their joints out because I did it for like the first 6 years I did yoga. I literally had a teacher that would come to the back of my knees every class and poke them. Not very yogic, in my opinion. Couple more exhales here. Good. Then when you're ready, bring your hands up to your hips or waist and inhale up slowly. Whew. Exhale up the top. And then we're going to heel toe feet back together. I'm to just find mountain pose here standing. In your mountain pose, close the eyes if you're comfortable. Just feel the difference between the hips and the legs, the difference between those legs being far apart for so long and now how they're closer together, how that feels on the whole body, on the whole system. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead, take it back to the mat. So you can fold it forward, do something fancy. I've got my little makeshift mat here. So when you're ready, you can fold it down and walk it back to either a plank or a little knee down plank, like I'm gonna do here. Just engage the core for a moment. And then we'll come all the way down to the belly. One Cobra Pose, inhale. And then exhale back into Child's Pose number 3. So just a little fun thing. If you can notice something a little different in this Child's Pose that maybe you didn't in the previous 2, like maybe the feeling of the tops of the feet as they touch the earth, or even the temperature right there at the soles of the feet, temperature of air on the skin. Good. And then just a nice long exhale out through the nose. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll come back up to table. Again, a little cat cow here or hip circle, whatever allows you to really just come into this place of integration with your practice. Nice. And we're going to come back to a neutral table. We'll step the right foot through here and we're going to do a little turn here. So I'm going to turn so that my left heel is behind my left knee and my right foot is here on the floor. Yeah, you can turn around if you want to. My sister's behind you guys. I'm like, you don't have to turn the other way. All right. So this is the pose here, the heel kind of in line with the left knee, little kneeling warrior. Inhale, arms are going to sweep out. And then we're going to come to side angle because we didn't do that standing. So elbow up here on the leg and then the left arm up and over. Now you're welcome to stay up here and just really focus on opening up this left hip, feeling this big opening on the left hip. You can also work the hand to the floor if that's too deep, or you feel this inability to breathe, and don't do it. Anytime the breath is stopping, the body is saying, let's not. And right now you have permission to say our practice, practice for life. Good. And inhale it back up. Yeah. And let's go ahead, straighten the right leg. You can come to your right heel or you can come to the side of the right foot, whatever works better for you. And then right hand will come down on the leg and left arm reaches up and over. So it's like a kneeling triangle. And again, same thing. You want to just focus on getting this left hip to kind of open up. Yeah. And breathe. I should have mentioned this earlier, but this is one of those shapes that even if you don't normally pad your knees up, it's usually important to do that. Good. One more breath here. Nice. And then we're going to inhale, sweep both arms up. Big breath. And then we're going to exhale, bring the hands out in front of you. We're going to add a little twist here. So probably come to the inside of that right foot. It'll make it easier. Bring your right hand to the floor directly underneath your nose. And then we're going to reach the left arm up. And we're going to bring the left shoulder down to the earth, thread the needle. So if it's difficult for you to get your shoulder all the way down, lengthen your torso out, or you can bring a pillow up underneath that shoulder for support. And then with your right hand, you can keep it right there in front of your face. You can wrap it around onto that left hip. Just spend a little time here again, being with the exhale. This is really good to get into those lymph nodes. Get everything moving around. Good. Now to come out of this, you're going to bring the right hand back to the floor if it's not already there. Push into your right hand and then reach the left arm up. Now just bring the left hand out in front of you, right hand out in front of you, bring the right knee down like table. And we'll just kind of cat-cow here or hip circle here. Again, to integrate the shape that we just did. Good. Nice. And to come to left side, we'll find that neutral table. And again, feel free to pad the right knee up here if you need it. And then we'll take that left foot out. So here we are again, the heel in line with the knee. Good. Inhale, arms sweep out. And then exhale, left elbow to the thigh, right arm up and over. And again, opening up the right hip, just feeling that stretching there. You're welcome to stay right up here. This is perfect. Or if you want to, you can always bring the hand down and just gently nudge the left knee back with the elbow. And again, if it's too much, then listen to that voice that says, nope, not today. Long exhales. Good, one more. Awesome, and let's inhale it back up. And then again, we're gonna come to either the left heel or the inside of that left foot. Inhale, reach. And exhale, hand to the left leg, right arm up and over, big opening again, right side body. Relax the shoulders. Eyes are looking wherever feels comfortable. So yeah, just check in. You know, the thing with me locking my knees out is just a maladaptive protective mechanism. The body trying to keep me safe. And whenever we find ourselves locking something out or arching the neck, we can say like, thank you. Thank you for keeping me safe, body. All right, take one more inhale. Let's reach it back up. And then hands coming down to the floor. Good. And then definitely do turn to the inside edge of that left foot at this point. Left hand down under the nose, pressing down, right arm up. And then exhale, right shoulder coming down, finding your twist on this side, making any adjustments that you need to here. Pillow up underneath the shoulder. Long, slow exhales. Nice. Good. One more big exhale. Nice. Let's plant that left palm down, press it into the earth firmly. Big counter stretch, right arm up. And now right hand down, left knee back. So you're in that table pose, cat cow a little bit here. Nice. And we're just gonna make our way to lying on our back. So come on down and just bring those feet down to the floor. Good. Feet hip width, knees hip width. And we'll go ahead and do one bridge pose here. I may just have to modify mine because it might be like a slip and slide, but feet hip width, knees hip width, inhale, lift those hips up. Don't turn your head once you get in there, okay? You can leave your hands where they are. You can walk the shoulders underneath you, clasping those palms. You can take your elbows down and lift the hands up to face one another like robot arms. Just about 3 more breaths here. So do whatever you're going to do. Just breathe. Good. Slowly lower the hips all the way down. And then let's bring the soles of the feet together. Knees open up. Supta Baddha Konasana. Untuck the shoulders. Just take the hands wherever they naturally go. There's no wrong answers. Just let them rest somewhere. Take a moment to feel the breath. Again, where do you feel the breath in the body? No wrong answers. We just notice it in maybe the torso, wherever you feel it. Nice. And we're going to bring the feet back to the floor with bent knees. And we're going to leave the left foot right here how it is, the left knee bent. And then we're going to take the right, we're going to grab back behind this right thigh. Okay, so bring that right leg in here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so this is good. Or if you want to get a little bit into the back of that right leg, the hamstring, you can start to flex through the right foot and lift the heel up towards the ceiling. Okay, this is totally up to you. This is great. If you want to do a little something else here, you can start to straighten the left leg, bring the left heel down. Now, I really encourage you, if you do this, pay attention to your low back. So if the low back says, listen to it. If the left heel is extended, flex your left foot here. So you have that hip not rotating out too much. And then last little thing here, if you want to, you can maybe reach up and grab the toes. If you're like, why would I do that? Then don't. But just take about 3 more breaths here. Wherever you are, flex that right foot. So anytime we kind of flex the foot, we activate hamstring, can just maybe experience it a little deeper. Take 1 more breath. Now to come out of this, you're going to bring the left foot back to the floor if it's not there already. And then you're going to slowly bend the right knee, bring the right foot to the floor. And then just walk your feet out a little bit, let your knees rest in, close your eyes and just breathe for a moment. Really go into feeling the legs. Maybe you feel a difference between right and left. Maybe you experience no difference at all. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the feet back up underneath the knees. We'll do the other side. So start with the right foot on the floor. You never know until you get in there. Pull the left leg in. And again, just kind of grab back behind the leg. You can stay here like this. Or if you want to reach the left heel towards the ceiling, flexing left foot, you can. This is great. And then you just kind of stay here or play around a little bit. If you extended that right heel out on the floor and it was okay with your back, the other side, you can do that here. If you have the right leg extended, just flex the right foot, kind of pull the pinky toes back towards the hip. And then again, if you want to just play, reach around, grab the toe, you can do that. If that just doesn't seem like a good idea today, then listen to that intuition. Good. All right. When you're ready to come out of this, you're first going to take the right foot back to the floor if it's not there already. And then you will slowly bend that left knee, bring left foot to the floor. Once more, again, walk your feet out a little bit wider, let your knees rest in, and then just find that middle point. Notice again, difference between the legs, left and right. Notice the breath. Where do you feel it here? Good. And then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and bring the knees to hug into the chest. So hug the knees in. Good. And then a couple options here. You just stay here hugging the knees in. You can play around, or you can do a supported shoulder stand, which means you just float the feet up towards the ceiling, just giving your body an inversion. If you have a regular shoulder stand practice, feel free to go and do that if you are feeling called to do that today, or you can stay in this more restorative place. If you want to do something entirely different, like a happy baby or anything else, then you are free to do that. Whatever you do, just try to start spending a bit more time with the exhale breath, just extending that out. allowing your body to continue to go into rest mode. Good. And then when you're ready, if you haven't already done so, just catch the knees back up into the chest. You can move around a little bit, rock side to side. And then we're going to end up in a twist. So bring your arms to either T or cactus, palms facing open, and then just drop your knees over to left, and you can look right. If there's a twist that you enjoy more than this one, feel free to do that. So give yourself permission. But go ahead and find your way into a twist that works for you today, and then spend your time really dropping down into that right shoulder, letting that part of your body experience a bit more heaviness every time you exhale, just releasing it more and more into the earth. Feeling that support of the earth below you. Those exhale breaths. Just allowing yourself to rest more and more. Nice. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring your head to center first. Come to center with the knees for a moment. Just pause before you go to the other side. Just take a pause. And now we're going to take the knees over to the right and then looking left if you want to, and just starting to really extend those exhale breaths out longer and longer. Just letting your body drift into this rest and digest. And maybe sending your attention, your awareness into left shoulder, continuing to let it drop down, releasing more and more. Good. And then let's bring first the head back to center. And then again, the knees back to center. You can pause, hugging those knees in, doing any other little final movements that you want to do here. We're going to start to bring the body into the place for Shavasana. So if you know the floor is uncomfortable and you'd rather just sit up in a chair or your couch or wherever else, go for it. If you want to take a different position besides lying out flat, you can do that, like soles of feet together, knees open, or you can take pillows or blanket up underneath bent knees. So just find a place for your body and don't be afraid once you get in there. If you're uncomfortable, if you need to shift and move, it's all good. But coming into Shavasana, starting to first again go back to noticing the sensation of the breath in the body, starting again in the torso. Maybe you're feeling it in the belly, maybe the ribs, maybe the collarbone, maybe all of the above, but just spend a moment here. You can even, if you wish, take a palm on top of the belly and just try to breathe into that palm. Spending a moment or two here, just in deep appreciation of this process of breath, of keeping your body strong, nourishing, this life force, this breath. And then you can leave your hand where it is, or you can start to move it somewhere else that's more comfortable. We'll start to just go down into the feet. Begin to just notice the toes. As you bring your awareness there, they might just naturally kind of wiggle, move around. It's all good. And feeling the toes and perhaps imagining a warming sensation moving into the soles of the feet. And if this warming sensation could add a relaxation or healing element, it would start to enter soles of feet, coming to tops of feet, spreading into the ankles, letting the heels just drop down and the toes, everything in the feet completely relax. And now that warming sensation moving into the shin bones, just feeling the awareness of that part of your leg. And then moving the awareness back to the calf muscles, just letting go of any tension that might be held there, conscious or unconscious. Drawing that warming sensation now up into the kneecaps, just feeling that warming and circling around the kneecaps, letting that spread back behind the knees, melting the backs of the knees further into the earth, and then moving up to the backs of the thighs, the hamstrings, moving to the upper thigh bones, just letting those upper thigh bones get really heavy, like they could just fall right through the earth. The upper thigh muscles, the quadriceps, tops of the thighs, again, just releasing any held tension there, letting the legs both relax. Just let them as one thing, just relax. Moving up to the pelvis. Again, letting the pelvis just relax. The hips, they protect us there. They keep us safe. And so we just kind of gently whisper, it's okay. You can allow the earth to hold you at this time and really let those hip bones, the sacrum, the low back just be held and cradled by the supportive energy of the earth. The breath moving perhaps in between the hips, feeling the lowest belly rising and falling. That warming sensation now up in the belly button, the core, the center of the body, just feeling this warmth, maybe as a light as you inhale this beautiful light into the center of your body, spreading out and through the body as you exhale, letting that fall and spread back to the middle back. And now the upper back on the earth, feeling your shoulders and the upper back, the ribs, all of those expand for your breath. And that may be a slight movement of the ribs and upper back on the floor or whatever surface you're supported by right now. Moving to the chest, the heart space. Again, that warmth, the warming sensation moving into the heart space. Every inhale, illuminating the entire torso, tops of the shoulders, collarbone lifting. Now your entire torso and the legs completely heavy and relaxed. Moving into the palms of the hands, feeling that warmth entering, maybe first at the fingers, that little tingling, and letting it spread and enter your palms. The warmth coming to the tops of the hands, the wrists, now the forearms, the elbows just softening, relaxing, and then moving right into those upper arm bones. You may have just been a little tense there, holding to something there. Just drop those guys right into the earth, just like you did with the legs. Let the upper arm bones, shoulders, everything just be supported and held here. Letting the back of the neck lengthen, the back of the head feel supported. Coming to the jaw, just noticing there, letting the teeth separate, the tongue be nice and relaxed there in the mouth. Moving up to the nose, feeling the temperature of air there, just that sensory awareness. The eyes resting, that forehead broadening. And the very top of your head now, the energy gathering there, that warming sensation there, just this beautiful light energy, very top of your head at the next of top inhale. Hold for a moment. Long, slow exhale, feel that light spreading over the entire body and your whole entire body just relaxing and being held here in this place. Feeling your body as just this one thing, the consciousness is just this one thing, this light, all of it. Letting yourself find rest in this moment. Give yourself, if you need, permission to rest here on the floor for as long as you need to, long after I stop talking. So if you feel the need to just lay here and rest, then please honor that. If you'd like to start moving at this time, you can start reaching through fingers and toes, stretching. Again, rest on the floor if you need to honor that. You can catch knees in and start to roll to one side. And then again, stay on the floor if you want to, or come up to sit. So wherever you are, sitting, resting, come back into sensation of being in the body. And if you can, recall the first time that we were just together sitting quietly and opening centering not so long ago. And if you can recall that, just notice for a moment the difference in energy in your body now versus then. Recall your intention if you can remember. Bonus points if you don't. And then bring your palms together. Let thumbs rest right at heart center unless you're resting quietly. And we'll seal in our practice with a deep breath, taking it in through the nose and longer, slower exhale out through the nose. Jai Bhagwan, namaste. Thank you guys so much for practicing. Feel free if you're resting on the floor, stay there as long as you want to, but it was lovely to have all of you guys today. Thank you for practicing. And I will definitely see you guys again very, very soon.